welcome to our living room. This is from the Disney couch, and tonight we are looking at Fantasia. Welcome to Fantasia. Music tells its own story. The animators at Walt Disney have decided to put some weird stuff on film.
I know nothing about the movie. I saw a bit of Fantasia 2000 when I was little and had no idea what was going on. So I think it's a bunch of shorts, but we'll have to find out.
It's basically shorts, but instead of writing the music to the shorts, they're writing the shorts to the music.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, I feel like I've seen Fantasia, but I probably have never actually watched it all the way through. And, one of the things that I really appreciate about this is it shows that Disney really was a music fan and he really wanted music to spark imagination.
You ready? Let's get
Yeah.
popcorn,
Let's go.
get Fantasia. Here we go. Wake up, everyone. Fantasia's done.
Oh, finally.
Woo!
That was long.
Pacing is a little bit slower in 1940, apparently.
I drew this with 45 minutes to spare.
That's not a movie that you really want to watch like when you're in for some real exciting entertainment. It's more, if you feel like listening to some music.
See person, then you would like this movie.
It's very
art.
So, first of all, let's talk about our thoughts about Fantasia.
I liked some parts of it, like the Mickey Mouse thing, but it was a little bit slow.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse, the famous Sorcerer's Apprentice, which
That was the one with the plot.
that was
True.
kind of the little story and the most famous of this movie and the most enduring image from this movie.
And did you know that this was the first movie that they drew Mickey Mouse with pupils so that he could, have more emotion? So Mickey, as we know him today, first showed up in Fantasia in 1940.
Yeah, he was very cute. The thing that I noticed about Fantasia was actually how visually beautiful it was. I mean, when you consider this was animation done in 1940, they had some really magical things in it, a lot of water effects.
A lot of bubbles.
And a lot of bubbles. They must have really liked animating bubbles. But especially the Disney sparkle. That was in there with a whole sequence on fairies.
It was like early Tinkerbell.
I think they also had some chalk ghosts in there.
Yeah, chalk art probably.
I don't think it should be rated G. I mean, there is some pretty dodgy stuff in there.
There's some awkward moments.
Yeah. Awkward half-nude centaurs. Are they? Well, the horse parts were nude too, so I don't know.
There was a lot of nudity. If I was a parent in the 1940s and took my kid to go see it, there'd probably be lots of awkward moments.
Also, like, the whole thing with, like, the devil or whatever throwing his minions into a pit of fire, like, that would be fun for a kid to watch.
I think that's going to give me nightmares, actually.
But I also cried when the dinosaur died.
Oh yeah, very violent sequence with the dinosaur scenes.
And sad.
Yeah.
Red-eyed T-Rex.
So we're gonna have to try and rate it
Okay.
and see how Disney Fantasia is and see where it ranks.
The Kiss.
Was there a kiss, Ellie?
The drunk guy kissed the donkey.
Yeah?
Bacchus. The
I don't
god
think
of
that
wine.
counts.
The Duet.
Well, the whole thing was music.
Yeah, there was no duet. Yeah, it's all just classical music.
Yep. No duets. 0 for 2.
The Hit Song.
Well, there was a lot of famous songs, but
true.
nothing written specifically for this. All previous hit songs.
But did you know that Fantasia was the first movie ever to be filmed in stereo? And they set up this crazy, expensive $85,000 stereo rig at every theater that they showed it in the 1940s. It was the first time there was ever any stereo movies, but still no hit songs.
The Witchy Villain.
There was a lot of witchy villains.
Yeah, the sorcerer. He wasn't really a villain, but he was witchy for sure.
Yeah, and of course we do have Satan,
Yeah, Satan was in there.
so he'd probably count.
Yeah, sure. We'll give them.
The ugly villain.
We'll say the T-Rex was the ugly villain.
Yeah, I think so. Those red eyes, big tongue.
Death by falling.
Satan threw some of his little created beings into the pit of hell, but
Yeah, they were already dead though.
yeah,
so-
they didn't fall. He threw them, so
Yeah.
okay. No death by falling in this
No.
one.
Alcohol.
We had a whole sequence with Bacchus, the god of wine.
Yeah, he was even drinking rainbows. So
Yeah.
who knows what that was?
Speaking of drinking rainbows, apparently they re-released Fantasia to the theaters in 1969, and everyone thought it was quite a trip. And one of the animators said that people kept coming up to him and said, "Man, what were you on when you drew that? That was oh."
I would.
And apparently they have like a whole like marketing scheme that was all psychedelic Fantasia. What a trip, Fantasia.
Missing parents.
No missing parents. No parents at all, except for the Pegasi.
So no dad with a stash.
No,
Yeah.
Give me a
The
bad
dad
dad.
Pegasus, he didn't have the Disney stash.
no mustaches.
Talking animals.
There was no talking, no
There
dialogue.
Yeah, and you know what? There was that whole sequence with the hippos and the crocodiles and the
They
elephants.
definitely would talk.
Nice.
And Mickey.
Let's give it
Yeah.
half a.
No one talked, but they
Yeah.
were humanoid.
Okay.
Unlikely partnership.
A lot of plot in
Yeah.
Fantasia.
A lot of these take plot, which Fantasia was missing.
The hidden Mickey.
I'm sure I saw one in some cloudy
I
sequence.
saw one in the bubbles. But
Was there a hidden Mickey?
I saw a big one in that whole sequence with the sorcerer.
That
Usually
was
when there was
Mickey.
like this wizard hat, there was like this hidden Mickey shape underneath. I didn't find anything for hidden Mickeys, but I didn't look because I figured we've got the real Mickey. We don't need a hidden one. So I think this qualifies because Mickey's in there.
But he's not hidden.
Hidden Mickey.
He's hidden underwater. Check it off.
The book intro.
No book intro because there was no story. So
And finally, the resurrection.
no, I was hoping the dinosaur that got
Oh.
killed by the T-Rex
Yeah.
maybe would come back to life somehow. But no, they just left him dead there on the floor. So no resurrection.
Well, you know, unless you count the mop that Mickey chopped up.
That's true.
And then it resurrected into a full fleet of mops.
No, I think that's
so.
stretching it. So what does it rank?
So that gives a total ultimate Disney score 4.5 out of 14 for Fantasia.
Wow.
Good job, Fantasia. They're just getting worse. It's all downhill to Black Cauldron. And that's our take on Fantasia. Let us know if you liked it. And if you liked the video, then like it. And if you subscribed, then subscribe. And if you have any other comments, then take a look down below.
From the Disney couch.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.